going on, everybody? Sammy here, your favorite statue reviewer, and I'm back with the Green Goblin premium format figure by Sideshow. This one's been on my radar for a while. I wanted to get it as a companion piece to my Spider-Man, and it took me a while to find one at a pretty good price because people are trying to sell this thing for crazy high, and it's not worth it. So I was patient, took a while, but I found him. Took a month to get here, it came from Italy. But I think the wait was well worth it. I mean, this statue, I obviously expected to like him or I wouldn't have bought it, but I didn't expect to like him this much. I mean, especially that head. I'll show you in close-ups later on, but that head is killer. I mean, that's one of the best portraits I've ever seen on a statue, hands down. And you'll see why in close-ups. So yeah, let's start down here at the base, move our way up. The actual base itself is a black hexagon thingy that Sideshow's using for their Spider-Man line. You know, it's on the Spider-Man PF. It's on like all of their Spider-Man line. And I don't mind it. Looks alright. I wish it'd be a bit more creative. You see companies like XM, for example. XM Prime 1, their bases are pretty intense. But I mean, Sideshow sticks with a simple black hexagon, which again is okay. I mean, it's cool. But the actual base itself, which kind of molds into I don't know if you can even call it a base, because it's part of the statue itself, but the smoke, I'm not a big fan of sculpted smoke because it's a gas and it's never gonna come out looking like smoke. But I think in this case it was done fairly well. You'll see more in close-ups, but there's like a gray outline texturing where all the smoke clouds separate. It's like orange here coming out of the glider first. Goes to white. I don't know why there's more orange at the bottom. I don't get it. I mean, you'd think that it'd be orange and then all white. So I'm not sure why they did orange down there. But I mean, that's Sideshow. They do shit that we don't understand. Speaking of shit that I don't understand, all this bumpy, bumpy, rocky texturing all over the smoke base. I don't know what it's supposed to. I don't think it was intentional, but at the same time, I don't know why it's there. I mean, I think they could have just made a smooth smoke base. I don't know why this bumpy effect is on there. It's not terrible. It doesn't take away from the statue at all, but it's just a bit confusing. I don't really get it. Moving up to the glider, it's a simple gray glider. I don't think the Green Goblin's glider is ever that really detailed. I think it's more of a simple design. So I like what Sideshow did for it. It's got the little head here, the wings. It has a little, what's the shit called that spins? The rotor? Yeah, rotor, right? Which is pretty well detailed and sculpted down here. I'll show you in close-ups because you can't really see it here, even if I turn it. I don't think you could see it. Oh, no, you probably can't. So I'll show you in close-ups. But it's well done. It serves its purpose, just a glider. Nothing too fancy or super detailed. It's got little spots where Green Goblin's feet go. And yeah, now let's move up to the Goblin himself, the main attraction. This thing is 99% actual sculpted. The only mixed media is the strap for his bag, which, they could never have made that actual sculpt. It needed to be that fake leather so you could strap it around him. There was no way around that. So, but the rest is all, fuck, my cat wants a piece of the action here. Where was I? Yeah, the entire thing is basically all sculpted. Even the bag, even the little handles here are all sculpted. Now, these parts and this part is a flexible PVC kind of material, which I'm glad it is, because I mean, if this was like solid stone, that would chip easily. And I think over here too, yeah, it's a bit flexible. I'm glad. I mean, it would chip really, really easily if it was just stone. There'd be a lot of breakages and shipping and whatnot. So I'm glad they did it the way they did. You know, the clothes, usually Sideshow likes to have mixed media for the clothes, but in this case they sculpted it, and I'm glad they did. It works. I mean, I don't think this was really enough clothing to warrant mixed media, so I'm glad they didn't go that route. I'm really glad. I know some people kind of preferred it, and I don't mind mixed media. I mean, a lot of my statues have mixed media, but I'm glad that this one's all sculpted polystone. You know, the pose, I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw it in pictures, if I can get it ahead of me. Yeah. The pose is a little weird in pictures, but looking at it like 3D from all angles, you can really appreciate it more, because it's like, it's telling a story, you know? I mean, he's turning that glider, well, he's turning himself, getting ready to throw a pumpkin bomb there at Spider-Man. I mean, it's nice and dynamic, which is my favorite. I love the dynamic action poses. Love it. What else before I go to close-ups here? This was a limited run. There was no exclusive version of this. It was just a single limited run of how many? 2,000 pieces, which for Sideshow is pretty low. I mean, just a single 2,000 edition size, it's kind of low. You see nowadays, like, just the exclusives will have a limited run of 2,000. And that's the new Wolverine. The edition size got announced recently, and it's 2,500 for just the exclusive. So I don't want to think about how much the regular is going to be. And I don't mind. I don't really care too much about edition size, but it's something that to consider is all. So yeah, this is relatively low, a relatively low quantity for Sideshow. The close-up time? I think it's close-up time, guys. Anything else I'm missing? Nope. Do some close-ups. Alright, so first things first, that head, man. You gotta see it. This is, without a doubt, one of the best portraits I've ever seen on a statue. I mean, look at that. Why isn't it focusing? Fucking camera. There we go. Let me try sitting at a different spot here. It'll focus better. Yeah, right here. I mean, look at this thing, man. Look at the teeth, the mouth, the expression. I love it. I mean, fucking amazing. That's the money shot right there. That's the fucking money shot. And his goggles. Remember, all this is sculpted. All the stitching and stuff is actual sculpt. It's the hat. I mean, man, this statue is amazing. It's fucking, especially green. The Green Goblin himself is just so good. That pumpkin bomb up there, which matches the ones that are on the Spider-Man statue on his base. See, again, these are companion pieces. They're meant to go together. There's that bag, which I like the way it's positioned, you know, like it's almost flying off of him because of the action pose he's in. Moving down, you got those like scaly bumps on his skin, especially that leg right there. Down here more. These are the rotors I was talking about, little spinny crap. Well done. Yeah, guys, I mean, this statue, if for some reason you don't have this thing, I mean, you gotta pick it up. Especially if you have the Spider-Man premium format. It's just, this statue is very well made. I love it. So yeah, I think that'll be all for this one. I'll see you guys in the next review. I want to review my Gladiator Hulk, but I don't have the balls to take him down from his display. The guy's heavy as hell. So yeah, drop a like. Let me know what y'all think. and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.